Okay, we are skipping 3-2, and we're going to go straight to 3-3, rate of change and slope. So this is now where you're going to start seeing a little bit more into the y equals mx plus b, if you've heard that before. But today we're going to only talk about slope. Slope is also known as rate of change, so you can kind of see that written here. The formula is delta y over delta x. By the way, delta just means the change in. So when you want to find a difference, a change, that's going to be subtraction. So y minus y over x minus x. So here's how we use it. When it says find the rate of change, you're going to find 2 points from the table and find that slope or that rate of change. So here's how I like to do that. I like to write the 2 points one on top of each other. So maybe I'll use the first point, 3 and 48. I can write it as a point because it says it's xy, right? That's pretty cool. And then another point, how about 6 and 96? It does not matter what points you use. You're going to get the same answer either way. It all simplifies the same. So you'll notice I like to write it one on top of the other. Here's what I like to do. I like to grab the y's. So again, it's y minus y according to my formula. I like to grab those with a circle and write it down as subtraction. So 48 minus 96. Then I'm going to grab the x's and write those down. 3 minus 6. Notice in both cases I put the number that was on top first. Okay, so then I can simplify that. 48 minus 96 is going to be negative 48. And 3 minus 6 is going to be negative 3. And if I divide that, a negative divided by negative is going to make a positive 16. Use your calculator if you need to. So my rate of change, or my slope, is going to be 16. Again, I pointed out that I put the top number first in both instances. If you do the bottom number, whatever it is you do, you have to put the same number first each time. So like, for example, I did the top number first each time, great. If I want to do the bottom number first, that's fine, as long as you do it the same both times. Because in this case, you would have ended up with a positive 48 and a positive 3, which still gives you the positive 16. What you cannot do is mix and match and do like 48 minus 96, but then a 6 minus 3. That'll mess up your negatives. You'll get a negative 16 instead. So again, it doesn't matter which number you put first, the top or the bottom, as long as you do it consistently to both of those. All right, so what does this mean? If I was to kind of do my labels here, I notice that y is the area. So my top label would have been area this whole time. And my bottom label would have been number of floor tiles. So when I divide this down, my label would actually be the area per floor tile, because it's area on top and the number of floor tiles on bottom. So area per floor tile. On your homework, more like what you're going to see is just simply them giving you 2 points like this. And again, I'm going to want to write it one on top of the other. And then you're just going to find that slope. 6 minus 8 is negative 2. 3 minus 4 is negative 1. Simplify that. Positive divided by, negative divided by negative makes a positive. 2 divided by 1 is 2. So my answer is 2. Now you are going to get some weird examples. Let's try 5a. 6, 7. So in this case, I'm going to have 3 minus 7 and 6 minus 6. So 3 minus 7 is negative 4. And 6 minus 6 is 0. Now, if I try plugging that into my calculator, your calculator is going to give you an error. It might say divide by 0 error, domain error, something. It's going to tell you error. And that's because you can't divide by 0. In this case, this line is actually going to look like a straight, happy vertical line graphed like that. We call this an undefined slope. So if you end up with a division of 0, your slope is undefined. Okay, let's try, I'm actually going to try 4D, but I got to pull over to the side here. So 6, 7, and negative 2, 7. So in this case, I'm going to do 7 minus 7, and 6 minus negative 2, which gives me double negative, so that's positive. 7 minus 7 is 0. 6 plus 2 is 8. 0 divided by 8, 0 divided by anything is 0. So my slope on that one is a nice happy 0. All right, it is going to be delta math with this one.